Hi everyone, it's Justine here from House of Mahalo. Thanks so much for joining me. So this is part 2 of making the Cosy Winter file folders. So I decided I'm going to work on this pretty grey one with you on camera. The other one I'll do off screen. So this one is going to be using the pink winter projects. I just really felt like working with that on video. Because I know we did a lot of the reds and greys across the Christmas period, understandably. So then I thought, let's give the pinks a go. And then, yeah, I'll do the red and grey one off screen. So I just want to show you, I decided to purchase a kit by Victoria Designs. It's her Winter Wonderland kit. Now I do plan on doing a big project with them later, but for buying it now, I wanted some of these backing papers. Now, I don't know if the screen will pick them up very well, but these are the backing papers from the kit that I've chosen to work with this project. So we've got this pretty damask grey one, grey and silver. We've got this one, which is like, it's got the browns and golds and greys and white in it, which I thought would be pretty. This one, because of that horse, I don't know, is very faint, but there is a grey horse, almost like the shadow of one in the middle there. And we've got this one, which again has, you know, the greys and a bit of white in there. There's snowflakes and stuff. And I thought these would be plain enough to stand out against, you know, have my ephemera in the pinks and dark greys and have it stand off against the background. So that's kind of what I'm going with. So I've printed out multiple copies of these 4 sheets. So I just wanted to show you that. And I've gone through and chosen the ephemera and the envelopes that I want to use in the file folders. So I started with the envelopes first, and I did this part off screen because it would have been an entire video for me just choosing the ephemera and envelopes, and really I didn't think you would want to see it. If I was wrong and you would want to see that next time, please let me know. Anyway, so I chose the envelopes. Really, I was going off what I have in my stash. So these ones I've gone with white tones for the, you know, the pinks and the whites and the fresh and the cold. And I just sort of went with what I've got. And I just sort of started piecing together envelopes that I thought would go together and make fun little like this one here. I thought these could be almost like you're opening window shutters, that kind of a vibe. So that's what we've got. And from there, I could then see what sizes I've got to work with. And I went through all the ephemera that we've made on camera together, things that I've made off screen as well. And I just went with, that fits. And then from there, I could then narrow it down to, well, that looks good next to that, and that looks good next to that, and so forth. So now I have this lovely little pile of ephemera that I'm going to be using in in this file folder. And I think I will have to make a couple more pieces. I need bigger pieces for the back panels, but I just kind of want to get going and to just start building it up because I've got a lot of ephemera. I've done a lot of prep work. So I just think we can just get going, can't we? All right, so I'm just going to go a bit at a time because, yeah, it's a big project and I've only made a couple before. So if you're expecting some slick tutorial, please don't expect that from me. This is really, you know, very much just I just want to show you how I'm doing it, and hopefully it will be some inspiration. Okay, so this is how I've got my envelopes. On the front here, I think I want some kind of image rather than an ephemera piece. These are A5 envelopes. I did have to cut them down because where I've added a spine in the middle in the first part, I just needed them to be, you know, slightly narrower. But I kind of want this to be, you know, you open this up to reveal the things underneath. So I'm just going to go and remind myself how I wanted all of this. So I have these 2, and I kind of felt like these were like, not necessarily window shutters, but I kind of wanted it to feel like that. And we're potentially going to have these pockets on the back. So I think this was where I had two options. I have it like this, so I've got a pocket in each side, and then this opens up for a pocket and writing space. The alternative was, I think this was here, this here, and my belly band. And I liked this for these poinsettias match over here, so although they're not the exact same pocket, they are similar. Now, in actual fact, I'm wondering whether that takes up the space a bit more. Because I could have, these in the middle, can't I? Or I could have them be, this could be a tuck spot, but I'm kind of liking it in the middle. But I think I preferred these colours a little bit more. Okay, I think I slightly prefer this, and then I'm thinking I might use this belly band potentially as this first piece that you, because we've got the picture and we've got Discover going through the trees and things, so I might do that instead. So I guess what would be easiest if I take this portion out, then we can, or I can mat these envelopes. Just move that out there, I don't need those right now. Yeah, we can just get this done as a little section. That's what I'm thinking. So this is how we're going to have it. And then what I want it to be is that these envelopes hide the piece behind, almost. So you have to like open it up to discover it. That's kind of what I want this whole vibe of the journal to be like, is that you're just opening up these envelopes to discover things. So I am going slowly because I'm not used to making file folders, so I'm sorry if that is infuriating for people, but I'm just gonna go with it. So because these are grey, those little pockets, I'm thinking that we're going to want something that is slightly different tone, maybe. So I've chosen the papers. I'm going to have this, obviously because these are technically landscape, but they're non-directional, so I'm going to turn that one that way. And then from the Liana Scraps Christmas Story kit, I'm going to pull out some of the pinky tones, because these are already grey, so I thought grey on grey doesn't really work. So then we can have this nice flow of pinky tones and greys together. So that's what I'm going with. So I really don't want this process to be boring to watch. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to get these envelopes matted, and then we can move on from there and do the fun bits together. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got those envelopes matted. As I say, I was just simply gluing the papers on, so I didn't think I needed to film that part. And I've inked around them all in silver, because I think that's giving it a nice, distressed look without being grungy. So now I'm going to attach the envelopes together. Now I'm going to use my beacon for this. Now it's probably overkill, but it's just what I feel comfortable doing, at least, whilst this process is still new to me. Okay, so this envelope is going to flip out, so I need to make sure that I don't glue anything in the way of that, or on top of it, I mean, to stop it from flipping out is what I mean. So let's get this one on. I'm liking these colours together. I think that was the right way to go. So I might need to print some more of these peachy papers, but we'll just see how we go. That's the thing, it's like you can plan and plan and plan, look as far ahead as you possibly can, but there's always going to be things that you're not sure of. Okay, so I want to make sure obviously that can open and close fine. Might need to have a small gap just to give it a you know, almost like a spine almost. I don't mind there being a bit of white showing. I wasn't using any of these envelopes as pockets at this stage, so I didn't need to leave any open or anything, just so you know. And then this one will have to come over the flap like that. So where do we want this? Want it to be a similar border, top and bottom. Something like that. Doesn't have to be exact. It's our first day of dry weather today. We've been having all kinds of terrible rain, floods and everything. I know it's nothing compared to what some countries go through, of course, but it's been a lot for us here in Bristol. And yeah, the first day of dry weather. It's sunshine, but yeah, the gales, I can hear the gales outside. Okay, what I'll do is I'll go in with some ink. If I use that grey silver ink down there, I think that will be okay. Don't know if I can just move it in just a tad. But that's another reason why I wanted to ink, is because if I do end up with like gaps like this, then I can just ink them and be done with it. I mean, there is a big gap, so, but that glue I think is stuck. So yeah, I'll just ink it. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. As I say, I'm going a step at a time. All right, so we've got that. So where's my pieces? Here they are. So this one, I was thinking to glue it down as a belly band, because we've got a pocket inside, and I just put in, oh no, that matches. I just popped that inside as a writing spot. So yeah, let's glue this down as a belly band. This is one of the Tina's Mass Makes. Because it's a chunky piece, I'm just going to do, you know, quite a thick border of glue. And then we can slip in a nice big journal card or something. Okay. Just want to see, yeah, you can see a hint of it behind those envelopes, but just a hint. As I say, I wanted it to be that you're discovering this piece. Just give it a good press down. Make sure I'm not gluing it closed though. There we go. This gives us a hint of blue, which is fine. I'm fine with the hint of blue. But I do have to note that I'll have to make sure I do something with that on the other side, so that it doesn't, you know, it doesn't appear as random. I think I prefer it slightly more that way. These want inking. Just do that quick. I'll use the silver. These were a Tina's Mass Make as well. Coin envelope pockets, or coin pockets, something like that. Oh, it's a while ago now. I can't remember. I made these back in the summer. Good way to learn though, those kinds of challenges. Learn how to do things you might not have thought of. So yeah, I think we'll have it that way. I think I'm just going to glue these all the way down, because, you know, they're already pockets, and whatever I have in them will take up, you know, I'll put a large tag in them anyway, so I don't think it needs to be a pocket within a pocket or a tuck spot or anything. Just glue it all the way down. Just leaving a little bit of a border, like so. So yeah, I don't have any kind of plan with how long the style folder is going to take me, how many videos it's going to be or anything like that. I'm just going to, you know, film the parts that I think will be interesting to see for most people. And yeah, we're just going to, well, keep going until it's finished basically. You know, within reason, obviously. Anything I can do off screen on my own I will do, but I certainly wanted to start it with you, and I do plan to do as much of this process as I can with you. But as I say, purely as a this is just how I'm going about it, as a craft with me. Right, so that is that. Looking good, I think. As I say, I will go in with some inking. All right, so I don't know what I'm going to do with the fronts yet, because these have pockets on them. I mean, to be fair, these are actually, everything's quite flat. We're only going to have one tag in each pocket. This is only going to have a journal card in it. That's already got something. So I was actually thinking originally I would only have, I would have these as images on the front or collaging or something. But actually that's not too, they don't feel too heavy. So I am wondering whether one of them could have another pocket on it. I am wondering about this one, actually. And yeah, that would just be glued the whole way down. But I think that might be nice on there. I think I prefer it to that. This is obviously not decorated anyway. Not that I would add much to it really, but I think I like this on there. I do. I'm also thinking I quite like the white. And I don't know whether I want to mat every single envelope. I really like that one there. So I'm thinking, you know, should some of them be, you know, stenciled and stamped rather than matted? Okay, so I've decided I am going to mat the envelope because I found this piece, this paper, and that reflects the grey of that circle that I did, and we could maybe have this nice border around it, which I thought would be good. So I'm going to get that matted down and inked. I am wondering whether I should be, you know, running any tape or washi along these edges. So I'm going to have a think about that as well. So I'll do that. And then I want to have a think about that envelope behind, which I kind of wonder whether it should be some kind of collaging with a picture. That's what I'm thinking. So give me a moment, I'll be right back. Okay, so that's what we're going to have there. Yeah, I'm really liking that. So these are library pockets. Mandy sent me this, and it's got a sticky on the back. I understand it's very sticky. So I'm going to aim for here. That's it. This one's inked in pink, the Victorian Velvet colour. And yeah, I'm liking the contrast of, like I said, this whole folio is supposed to be, you know, pinks and greys throughout. So I'm hoping we're getting a good balance. Don't know if I've stuck that down particularly straight or if the envelope is a bit wonky, but I think it's fine. So have that and those. Yeah, I'm liking it. So let me just put these bits in the bin. I'll keep that scrap. I'm keeping some of my scraps because I'm thinking I might decide to do the journal, the journal inside, as like a franking cover. So we've got that. I think I want to keep going in this video to basically just get this whole piece done. Obviously we do flip it out for this, and I don't know what I'm having there. I imagine a picture. So what I'm thinking is to do some kind of collage with this envelope, and maybe to use this, so that it would be, you know, reflected across. I don't want to use that. No, I don't want to use that. I'm wondering whether to bring in some music sheet. Because I actually quite like the white. And I'm thinking if I bring in a white music sheet or white scripty text, I could then use this and then have an image on it. So I'll be right back. I'm just going to see what I've got in my scrapbooks. Okay, so I've just matted that with some white music sheet that I had. Now, I've just been trying out some papers, and I think I'm going to use this piece, which is reflected in the back envelope. Something like that-ish. So that this can be reflected down here. That's kind of what I was thinking. I'm just gonna tear this a bit less bulbous. I think that bit was throwing me off a little bit. So yeah, I think something like that. So I just want to ink around it in the silver again. I don't know what I'm going to have on this envelope. As I say, I want it to be a picture of some kind. Be fun. I just don't know what. Okay, so I'm going to use the art glitter glue for this. Just because my Kalau bottle, oh my goodness me, it has been leaking something dreadful today. So I really need to sit down and you know, spend some time like cleaning it. That's what I need to do. Okay, so I'm coming somewhere there. Just gonna move it up a bit that's it. Something like that. Obviously it's only a very simple bit of collage, and then from there we can add more to it. So let's just fold this around and just cut these bits off. That's it. Much easier to do this if I hadn't already attached these together, but it is what it is. Sometimes you have to attach these things together so that to help you visualize, like if you're not sure which way to go with it, then I think sometimes it can help a bit. Right, let's just get some more glue in there. I think I might have to call that a video for this this part. I'm going to go through and fill the pockets before the next part. Because what I want to do is I kind of want to fill and decorate as I go, as opposed to leaving it all to the last, you know, the last moment, I guess. Because then I just feel like it drags on and on and on, rather than spacing it out. And then you can see how the bulk is going as you work on it, I think. So that is essentially our first flip outy piece. I'm liking how it's looking. So obviously we've got the grey and the hint of pink. I might want to put some extra glue in there, just where that sticky pad doesn't go the whole way across. So maybe then we want something pink on there. And then obviously we open it up for this belly band and 2 pockets. This also opens up for writing spot and a pocket. And then this whole piece is going to flip out. And on the back, I'm not going to have any pockets or anything, I don't think, because we're getting quite weighty. So I wouldn't want it to be, you know, too much. But all things considered, I know we haven't filled all of the pockets yet, but we're looking pretty flat. Flatter than I was expecting, considering I've used, you know, scrapbooking paper and stuff. So I know obviously we do have to do embellishments, but so that's part 2. I hope you've enjoyed seeing that together. Sorry, I know the video is a little bit, you know, here and there and I had to keep pausing, but it's just, you know, I don't want you to be, an entire video for just formatting envelopes could be quite boring. At least this way you can see it come together quicker. So I hope you don't mind me doing it that way. And yeah, I will catch you on the next part, hopefully. So in between now and then, I will fill these pockets just with the ephemera that we've made. And I'll have a think about what I'm going to have on here and on the back. And then we'll get this finished off in the next part and added into the file folder. So see you next time. Bye bye for now.